Hello everybody. Just here, what to call a piece of California jasper. I find that on the beach along the coast, and somebody say they want to see some more agate that we find, and of course just a piece of carnelian, carnelian, and what else we got here? We got a piece of jasper. See that jasper? I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, and got here a piece of quartz, and but it got silver all over it. I don't know if you can see that silver or not. It got veins of silver. I wish it were veins of gold. And what else are we going to show you for just a second before we move on to our main topic? There's a piece of California jasper. Pretty colors in it. You can't really see it good on this camera, but I got jars and jars of this stuff. Okay, you probably won't be able to see the colors because of the lighting and stuff. But we got tons of jars, jaspers of all different color and variety. Let's see here, we got this one. It got all kinds of things in it. What do we got in there? We got rose quartz and all this stuff I find on the beach. I don't think you're going to be able to see the colors. But sometime else, why are we doing this tonight? Why did I start with all of that off-topic crap? What do we got here? Onyx, I'll tell you why. Because I don't want to think about what happened today. It's kind of depressing, isn't it? It's disappointing. And I was really hoping the jury... what really disappointed me was when I heard the spread, 8-4. I was thinking maybe 11-1 or 10-2 at the worst. 8-4, it makes me wonder what's going to happen when they retry this thing for the penalty phase. But, the good thing is, how Jodi gives them really nauseating, sickening interviews when the jury went in to deliberate the other night, night before rest. And it occurred to me, of course I was outraged by the interviews like you were, and we're going to do a video on it this weekend. Again, kind of videoed out. We're all Jodi Arias out. I really feel bad for the family of Travis, though. You saw how sad they were today, how devastated. And but I think we got to keep a few things in mind, a silver lining to all of this. Okay, first of all, Jodi's sickening interviews, which we will look at in a couple of days. A few excerpts, and comment on them, of course. Juan Martinez can use that stuff, I think, when he go to do the penalty phase with the next jury, and what they gonna think about the stuff she was saying. No remorse, center of the universe. She just loved the rhyme right at the camera, and give me the makeup and the Rick Gross, and it's like putting lipstick on a pig, don't you think? You know that expression. Anyway, the other jury that's gonna listen to this case, they're gonna see that. Also, everybody acting like this was a loss for Juan Martinez, including Juan Martinez. I understand he's disappointed and sad. You saw him look on his face, like un-effing believable. He's thinking to himself, and of course that's what we all thinking. But after the jury find her guilty and find that she were cruel and all that thing. But the thing of it is this was just one little battle, this death penalty thing. And the fact of the matter is, she convicted first-degree murder. She's never going to get out of jail. Very unlikely she's going to get anything less than life without parole. So we have to keep that in mind. Also, if you get the death penalty, someone going to give her the needle? I don't think that ever going to happen, even if she get death penalty. It's too high-profile case. ACLU drag it on for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. She'd die of old age before then. And but the thing is, we want her on death row, and we want the justice to pronounce that verdict so that we can have some kind of little bit of closure for Travis's family. So I feel bad for them. They're going to drag this on a few more months. But a couple silver linings to this. What else were my thoughts today? I'm just doing a quick vlog. No more interviews for a while, and of course we're happy about that. We get a break. We all get a break. With Travis' family, I hope they go rest for a while and think about something else, a few weeks, few months, whatever. No more Nermi, I understand. So the big bloated Nermi not going to be around no more, and no more Wilmot. So we don't know what the new defense team is going to be like. We'll still have Juan Martinez. Don't know if they're going to televise the next one. But all the money they waste so far, you would think they would probably still want to televise to keep the costs down. Way over $1 million. I don't know how much it is. Maybe one of you know. Can you tell us all? And by the way, I appreciate all the information you guys giving me all the time when you comment on video, because I would never know all these things. I don't have time to look it all up, and people put excellent stuff on there. Go look at this rank, that rank, this video, and great stuff. So thank you very much. What else were we going to say? Oh, I think that we should be a little bit more optimistic. First of all, every chance that the next go-round, jury going to be aware of how evil Jodi is, even more so than this one were. And maybe, you know, they won't be soft-headed, and maybe one will be very careful, and Vaudra, how do you pronounce that? I have no idea. I don't know how to pronounce it in any language. Maybe Jodi can teach it to us in sign language. Anyway, I don't even want to say her name. She makes me so sick. Maybe that psycho can teach it to us in sign language. Alright, what else? You know, I get a special guest that I want to bring on for a minute to comment on this, because I'm at the loss for words in a way. So hold on a second, and let's get the special guest and see what they have to say. Alright everybody, bringing our special guest in tonight to comment on the Jodi Arias trial. She's already making comments. And you remember this Wendy cat, we call her the Bodash sometimes, which is absence of right. A creature in a Dean Koontz novels. And she's making some comment already, but Wendy, what do you think about the Jodi Arias verdict? Oh, that's what you think about the verdict. And did you have any comment on Jodi Arias' interview or anything like that? Just wondering. Yeah, I thought so. Any other thing you want to say about Jodi Arias herself? I think that's all she got to say about it. Do you think Jodi Arias should get Rife or? No, she don't think so. Okay, that's what I thought your comment were going to be, and I just wanted to double check. So, by the way, I don't, not doing anything mean to that cat. Not poking her or anything. She just don't like being held. If it was someone else holding her who she don't trust, she would be biting and scratching and hissing and basically tearing their face off. But in my case, she liked me, so she kind of tolerated me holding her for a minute or two. So, no animals was harmed in the making of this video, and we just wanted to get her opinion. So, what do you think about this one? You know, this one's kind of cool. Okay, still trying to get my mind off this whole verdict business. But anyway, so how do you like the special guest? I think the Black Bodash have a very good comment on things. I don't know if I can add much to that, because I think what she said kind of say it all, on behalf of all of us. But I get the last thing, since we're on the subject of felines and everything, I wanted to say one more thing. I wanted to show you something. See this here? What this is, I don't want to gross you out or anything, but what this is a cat turd, okay, from the Bodash. The special guest we just hear from. Got a few specks of, you know, that cat ritter stuff on it. Of course, I got it bagged and tagged and everything. And, of course, obvious reasons, right, for that. I don't want to get too grossed out. Don't want to smell this thing. But the reason I bring this on is I want to explain to everyone that although this might be offensive to some people, this cat turd actually have way more value to society than Jodi Arias. And the reason for that is that if you plant that cat turd in the ground, say under some flower beds or something, it's going to make the flowers grow a little better, a little brighter, and you know, pretty colors and everything. Whereas I think if you put Jodi Arias in the ground, I'm not going to comment on just who might want to go about doing that, but if you were to do that, I think everything would wilt and die, and pretty quickly at that, don't you? I think she's full of toxins and things, and poison and evil, and everything would just die. But I have a few other reasons why that cat turd have more value to the universe than Jodi Arias. And, you know, for one thing, the cat turd won't tell any pathological lies to anyone. And it won't give smarmy, smug, arrogant interviews to anybody telling pathological lies, okay? So we got to give the cat turd credit for that. And I think additionally, it's not going to murder anyone or do any torture stabbing or stalk anyone or spy on anyone or, you know, break into houses through doggy doors. It's not going to kick any doggies, you know. Might stick on somebody's foot, but that's about the worst thing it's going to do. And I'm not going to put it where it can stick on anybody's foot, you know. But you know, if I were to do that, that's about the worst thing it can do. And it's not going to, of course, make up all kinds of heinous things. And it's not going to pretend that it's all for domestic abuse survivors. It's not going to create any stupid t-shirts or any bad traced art and pretend it's their own original art. Cats are not going to do any of them things. And of course I got a long list, but you don't have time for 1,000 things like that that make the cat turd have a big advantage over Jodi Arias as far as value to the universe. But this is why I, think that the death penalty would be an appropriate thing. But the one more thing I want you to take heart in, and that is Jodi Arias not going to get away with her crime. We're going to send her a book called 1,001 Places You're Never Going to See. Okay? And we're all going to read a book called The Secret. But the way we're going to employ it is rather than the way Jodi do it. Of course, I don't believe any of that nonsense, but nonetheless, the way Jodi do it is like, hey, if I just wish I'm going to have $1 million and everything, and then maybe go find some guy that can make that happen, then everything's going to be great in my life, Just got to think that all the time. And of course, that have nothing to do with anything. So you don't create reality, even though she thinks she create reality. Reality is what come to you, not the other way around. But anyway, maybe we should all think the same thought and think about in the case of The Secret. So like, hey, let's all just hope the next jury going to be a little smarter than the 4 people that were holdouts on this one. And then maybe, justice will be done. But even if they don't go for death penalty and Jodi get life without parole, she never coming out into society again, okay? And they're a bigger picture. I believe Jodi is going to be judged with an absolute justice to go on into eternity. And furthermore, all the interview and everything she give are going to make certain that 99.9% of everyone in our society going to absolutely loathe and despise that despicable creature for the rest of her life. And so all the things she do backfire on her. She thinks she's manipulating everyone all the time. And of course the idiot interviewer who treat her like a coddling baby that they're trying to comfort, of course, there are only a few people like that, or like the psycho Jodi trolls who, are dancing around the witchy bonfire like little demons going, but other than them, a little, weird, far out segment of society, the rest of us know what she's all about now, and that's going to be the case forever. So anyway, those are the things I wanted to say real quick. I make a real video on the weekend, and that'd be my last one for a while because, who knows what's going to happen in a few weeks or months down the road. Who know how many trial extensions and postponements and all that crap. I just feel bad for the family, really. For the rest of us, we need a break and a vacation from the whole Jodi business. Because I did wrap my head with duct tape today before listening because I had a feeling that was coming. Because when they asked the jury question earlier, one looked really, really upset and down, and Jodi were laughing, doing her usual giggling. Oh, look at me, I'm the center of the universe again, saying, which make us all want to hurl, But anyway, I'm rambling on, just because I'm a little disappointed as you are. So make some comment, and we'll talk about this some more on the weekend, and take a big long break from this whole thing, right? Which we all need. Okay. Take care, everybody, and don't go with no social paths. Okay. All right. See you later.